This is a short practice for turning insight into a new procedure. It's designed to accompany the explainer video, why insight alone often fails. The idea is simple. Insight helps you see your pattern, but practice teaches your system what can happen next. So in this exercise, we're not trying to understand more. We're going to take one insight you already have and begin turning it into a new response. Before we begin, here's a safety note. Don't use this while driving or doing anything that needs your full attention. This practice brings up something overwhelming. Stop, open your eyes, look around the room. Feel your feet on the floor. Name 5 ordinary things you can see. And come back later or practice with a therapist or trusted support person. Now, begin with one insight. Choose something you already understand about yourself. Maybe something you learned in therapy. Keep it simple. For example, I people please when I fear disapproval. I freeze when conflict appears. I overwork when I feel not good enough. I hide when shame rises. I control when uncertainty feels too much. I withdraw when closeness feels risky. Now, choose one. Not the biggest one, not the most painful. Just one pattern you understand reasonably well. Now, say it quietly. I understand that and fill in the blank. I understand that I people please when I fear disapproval. Or maybe I understand that I freeze when conflict appears. Or use your own words. Now, pause. Feel your feet on the floor. Let the chair hold some of your weight. Take one slow out breath. This is the insight stage. You're simply naming what's been happening. Now we're going to move to the activation point. Ask yourself, when does this pattern usually switch on? Not your whole life story, just the moment. Maybe a tone of voice, a text message, a facial expression, someone's disappointment, a deadline, a request, a body sensation, maybe a silence, a feeling of being exposed. Bring only a 5 or 10% version of that moment to mind. The smallest version counts. Now, notice what happens in your physical body. Does your throat tighten? Does your chest brace? Does your stomach drop? Does your jaw clench? Do you become hot, numb, restless, heavy, small, or blank? Just notice. No fixing, no arguing, no judgment. This is the old procedure beginning. Now, name it gently. When this happens, my old procedure is to, and fill in the blank. Maybe it's appease, freeze, over-explain, hide, perform, control, withdraw, numb, attack myself, attack somebody else, rush to fix it. Choose the phrase that fits. Now say, this old procedure once made sense. It was trying to protect me, and I'm learning a new procedure now. Pause, feel your feet on the floor. Take one slow out breath. Now, choose one new micro response, not a whole personality change, not a dramatic breakthrough, just one small action your system can practice. For example, pause before answering. Feel my feet before I speak. Take one breath before I explain. Name the feeling. Let my shoulders drop. Say, I need a moment. Say, I'll come back to you. Place a hand on my chest. Notice shame without collapsing. Ask, what do I actually want? Just choose one of these. Make it small enough that you could actually do it when you're activated. Now, rehearse the sequence. Bring the 5% trigger to mind. Notice your body. Name the old procedure and practice the new one. For example, a disappointed tone. My chest tightens. My old procedure, appease. My new procedure, feel my feet on the floor. Take one breath and say, I need a moment. Again, a disappointed tone. My chest tightens. My old procedure was to appease. The new procedure, feel my feet on the floor. Take one breath. I need a moment. One more time. Trigger. Body cue. Old procedure. New micro response. Now, say inwardly, this is how I begin to change the procedure. Not by forcing myself, not by shaming myself, not by understanding harder, but by practicing one different response, small enough to be possible. Now, notice your physical body. What happened as you rehearsed the new response? Maybe you felt more space in your body. Maybe you felt more fear. Maybe more dignity. Or maybe more resistance. Or more sadness. Or maybe nothing obvious. All of that is information. If your system resisted the new response, that doesn't mean failure. It may mean the new response still feels unsafe, so make it smaller. Instead of saying no, practice pausing. Instead of setting the boundary, practice feeling your feet. Instead of expressing anger, practice naming, anger is here. Instead of changing the relationship, practicing noticing what the relationship activates. Trying to choose the smallest workable step. That's how procedures change. Now, choose your practice for the next 7 days. One trigger, one body cue, one old procedure, one new micro response. Now, say it clearly. When, and fill in the blank. I notice, fill in the blank. My old procedure is, fill in the blank. My new micro response is, fill in the blank. For example, when someone sounds disappointed, I notice my chest tighten. My old procedure is to appease. My new micro response is to feel my feet and pause before answering. Now, take one final breath. Feel your feet, feel the chair, feel your physical body and the room that you're in. This is the present moment. You're not trying to become a different person instantly. You're teaching your system that another response is possible. Insight tells you what's been happening. Practice teaches your system what can happen next. Repeat this with small moments first, small enough to practice, often enough to learn. That is how insight becomes usable. Not just something you can say, something you can actually live. You're not broken, you're learning a new procedure. Well done.